Welcome everyone to Senior Night. Before we begin, we would like to recognize the seniors from Shoemaker. Tonight is also their last regular season game. We'd like to congratulate them on making it into the playoffs. Tonight is a special night for young ladies who will be honored. It is a culmination of years of hard work and one more step towards entrance into adulthood. This senior class is filled with outstanding women that provide extraordinary examples for our underclassmen. First off tonight, Angelina Franklin. Her parents have joined her Sandy Lopez and Gerard Franklin. Angelina was on varsity 2 years. She plans to attend either the HB or Baylor and wants to meet her in person. She says, I thank my parents, coaches, and teammates for all the love and support. Angelina Franklin. Essence Watson, 4 years on varsity, escorted by mother, Xetra Leonard, father Stephen Watson, stepfather Michael Leonard, brother Stephen, sister Micaiah, and brother Mike. She says, I plan on attending college and continuing to play basketball. I'm going to college for health sciences and I will seek a career as a nurse practitioner. I'd like to thank all of my teachers, coaches, family, and friends for all of their support. I love you all. Essence Watson. Number 20, Sierra Shaw, escorted by grandparents Daryl and Judy Shaw and mother Sonia Lofton. 3 years on varsity. Sierra writes, the past 4 years of playing Waco High basketball has been the craziest experience ever, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I am so grateful for the laughs, the bonds, and the memories these 4 years have brought me. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for making this season one to remember. Thanks to everyone who's been there to support. Last but not least, a huge thanks to my grandparents, especially my papa, for giving me my love for basketball. Thank you, Mama, for holding me down and keeping me motivated. To my teammates, wishing nothing but blessings for your future. To my loved ones, always be yourself and never lose confidence. You're a Mary, thank you so for always being my sunshine. I love all of you. Love, thank you so much. CC out. Number 21, Ashara Thibodeau. Escorted by Mom, Azoria Thibodeau, and Anthony Thibodeau, her dad. Ashara writes, throughout these past 4 years, I've said I was going to quit on average about 6 times a day each year since I was a freshman. But somehow I'm still in this thing and it's my senior year. I'm super glad that I stuck with it because I've met so many different people, learned a lot, and have made so many good memories that I'll forever cherish. Thank you to everyone who has watched and encouraged me to grow into the person I am today. Today is really the end of my basketball journey, and I'm glad I got to finish it with you guys. Ashara. Number 22, Ivory Scott. Escorted tonight again, Mr. Scott, Mom, Miss Sam, and cousin Gazer Lee. 4 years on varsity. Anything you want to say? She says, first I just want to thank God for making this all possible. None of this happens without him. This is my dad. I appreciate you and everything that you do for me. You have always made a way for me to be successful, and you always push me to do better. To my mom, thank you for always supporting and encouraging me no matter what. Thank you for my coaches for always believing in me. Then to my team, these past 4 years have been interesting to say the least. You all definitely made it Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's last district game between the visiting Lady Great Wolves of Killeen and your home team, Waco Lady Lions. Before we start, we ask that the sign please rise and gentlemen remove your hats as we honor America with the name of our nation.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the Waco High Gymnasium for the final game of the 2022-23 basketball season for the Waco Lady Lions as they're hosting the Lady Wolves from Killeen Shoemaker. The starters being introduced for the Shoemaker Gray Wolves. They include number 3, Ayana Billups, number 5, Sophia Edwin, number 24, Madison Mitchell. Number 25, Nyla McClanahan. And number 10, Kenjana Richards. Now here's the starters for the Waco High Lady Lions. Under the direction of Robert Garcia. Starting off with number 14, 4-year senior, a 4-year player on the varsity, senior Essence Watson. Number 22, Sierra C.C. Shaw. She's been on varsity for 3 years. Ashara Thibodeau, number 21, will get a start tonight. She's a senior. Also number 22, Ivory Scott. She's been on varsity for 4 years now. And number 32, Faith Watson. She's a 4-year member of the varsity squad. So this on senior night, all the seniors, you got 5 senior starters on the court for Waco High. It's a big night for Waco High's ladies basketball team as they have a chance to make it into the postseason with the victory. A loss doesn't necessarily knock them out of that chance. It just puts them into a one-game playoff with either Killeen Chaparral or Lake Belton, whoever wins that game between those two teams tonight. Waco High and the winner of that game will be tied with 7 wins and 7 losses in district play, tied for 4th place. So they would have a one-game playoff, I do believe, to decide the 4th place team from District 22-5A. Killeen Ellison, this Shoemaker bunch, and Killeen High have already punched their ticket for the postseason. We are underway. The Wolves will control the tap. Sophia Edwin gets it out top. The Wolves in black, the Lady Lions in white. Edwin looking for something down low. Lose the dribble momentarily. Waco High basically in a 2-3 zone here, trying to cut off any penetration. 3-pointer put up and good by Sophia Edwin. She has the first 3 points of the game. These two teams met in the first half of the round-robin schedule at Shoemaker, with Shoemaker coming away with a 52-69 win. It was about 3 weeks ago as they pick up the loose ball, try to bounce pass it over to Richards, and she loses it out of bounds. Ball goes back to Waco High. Ivory Scott brings it across into the corner. Watson puts up a shot Shaw put up a shot that's no good. Rebounded underneath for Shoemaker. Quickly down court. He sees an alley to go to the backboard. Shot is taken away. Great job there by Faith Watson to come up with the basketball. Scott into the paint, thinks about putting up a shot, gets it back outside to Faith. And Ivory will back it back out now. Gets a screen from Watson. Shaw thought about the three-pointer, drops it down low. Shot put up and good. Waco High has their first two. From Essence Watson. Three-pointer. Once again for Edwin. 6-2 our score early. Timeout called by Waco High's head coach Robert Garcia. Wants a 30-second timeout here to get his team a little more acclimated to what they're trying to do offensively here. Again, Killeen Ellison, the number one team in the district going into tonight's play, 11-2 in district play, 21-10 on the season. Shoemaker is also 21-10 on the season, but they've lost one more game than Ellison. They come in at 10-3. Killeen Ellison also at 10-3, but one game under 500 on the year at 14-15. Waco High starts tonight 7-6, 15-14 on the season. Looking to finish at 500 or above and hopefully get into the postseason. Ivory Scott guarded closely in a man-to-man defense. Shot put up by Watson. Faith unable to get that one to go down. Quickly down court go the Wolves. Shot won't fall. Waco High is there for the rebound. Scott brings it across. Drops it down low. Tries to get it back out to Scott, and it's knocked away by Edwin. Good hustle play there by the Lady Wolves, but Waco controls the basketball. Scott looking to get it in. In the corner, three-pointer on the way is no good, but rebounded by Waco High as Essence gets it out of there. Shot from the top of the key is off the mark, but Scott has the rebound. She puts it back up and in off the glass. Ivory Scott gets her first 2 points. Makes it a 6-4 contest. Edwin picked up by Faith Watson, pitches into the left corner, back out it comes. Penetration, shot put up, no good. We got an injury to a Gray Wolf on the court. Sophia Edwin, a junior, went in for a layup, somehow managed to get injured in the process. Being attended to by the coaching staff for the Gray Wolves. So she'll have to leave the game momentarily. She'll get some attention on the bench from the training staff. There's no foul on the play. He just got tangled up with other players. It's kind of hard to read the numbers for Shoemaker since they are tone on tone. Ivory Scott takes it to the lane, goes to the left side. Back outside to Scott. Ivory drives into the right side. Faith Watson has the rebound, gets it back outside. Down low it goes to Ivory. She puts up the 2-pointer that's good and ties the game up. Ivory Scott has 4 points. We're all tied up at 6 apiece halfway through the first quarter. That shot put up by Alexis Westmoreland won't fall. Waco High has the rebound. Ivory Scott comes down with it. Pitches inside to Faith. Back outside it goes for the 3-point shot. No good by Sierra Shaw. Quickly, the Lady Wolves bring it down. Billups will run the offense from the outside. Look to set things up. Waco High still basically in the 2-3 zone. Wolves just waiting to see something open up inside. The pass is knocked away momentarily by Faith Watson. It goes out of bounds off of the Gray Wolves. It's Waco High's basketball. Lady Lions have a chance to take the lead here for the first time. Scott going to the left side. Dribbles in, finds an opening, and puts up the shot that's no good, but rebounded by Essence Watson. She puts it back up, and she's fouled in the process. So Watson will go to the line to shoot a pair and give the Lady Lions a chance to grab the lead here. But a little too strong with that one. Substitute's going to be coming in for the shooter. Watson hits the front of the rim with that one. Goes out of bounds off of Shoemaker, so not sure why Waco High can't get their sub in. Apparently they're not going to now. Ivory Scott looking for somebody to pass it to and took too long to pass it in. Turns the ball over to the Wolves. Looking for a path to the lane. Going to be fouled on the way there. Believe they're going to call that foul on Denia Miller. Denia Miller has her first foul. Second foul, I believe, against Waco High. I take that back. Each team has one foul according to the scoreboard. It was on the floor, so they'll inbounds from underneath their own basket. Comes all the way back out to the top. Rebound basket by Madison Mitchell there. She's just a freshman. Gives the lead back to Colleen, and foul called. That's on the floor, so Waco High will inbounds from underneath their own bucket. Taking almost too long to get the ball in. 3-pointer on its way off the front of the iron. Shoemaker with the rebound. Didn't have the numbers. Foul's going to be called on Waco High. Coming back into the game for Shoemaker is Sophia Edwin after the injury. Appears to be okay. Ball almost knocked away by Waco. Good follow by Mitchell. Freshman working hard underneath the basket. Scott gets it off, drops it down low to Essence, but that's stolen away. Once again, that's that freshman in the way, Mitchell. Pitch it back out to Edwin, and she puts up a three that rattles around no good. Essence Watson has the rebound. 8-6 our score. Shoemaker on top. Three-pointer is off the mark. Essence Watson with the rebound and the putback. Can't get it to go down. And now a timeout. Oh, no, a timeout not called. I think the official thought that Gray Wolves wanted a timeout. They just wanted to get a sub in the game. Those black jerseys need to have white numbers on them, not blue. Mitchell backing in. Pitches it back to Edwin. Edwin tries to penetrate, can't. From the left side, three-pointer is up, no good. Watson has the rebound. Ivory Scott's fouled by Alexia Moreland. I thought that is her first foul. Waco High will inbounds. Checking in for Waco High. Is Alina Holmes. Going to call a jump ball. On altered possession, it belongs to Waco High. Finally, they get the ball into Essence Watson. Her shot's no good. Rebound put back up and fouled. Working hard inside. Dania Miller will go to the free throw line. Waco High is 0 for 3 from the free throw line. They've had a chance to grab the lead with free throws. Have not hit those freebies yet. Now they hit one. Miller has her first point. 1 point game at 8-7. As we have the final minute of the first quarter ticking off. Edwin dribbled to the left side, looking for a way to penetrate, then passes it off underneath on a good pass. The ball won't go down, and it goes out of bounds off of Waco High. A really good pass to the open man underneath, but Janae McCray not able to finish it off. Kick ball will send it out of bounds where the Gray Wolves will have to inbound it again. Under 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Again, looking for somebody to get the ball into. Finally passes it all the way out to Edwin at the top. She then passes it off, and Mitchell puts up 2-pointer. Madison Mitchell has 4 points now. Ivory Scott picked up by Edwin. Edwin cuts her off as she tries to drive the lane. Scott with 9 seconds left. Bounce pass inside to Shaw. She turns around, pitches it back out to Scott. Scott will put up the shot. It will fall at the buzzer. Ivory Scott with 6 points in the quarter. But Shoemaker has a 1 point lead after our first 8 minutes of play. 10-9 our score. 6 of their 10 points have come from outside the arc from Sophia Edwin. Madison Mitchell has 4 points in the paint for Waco High. They've got 6 points from Ivory Scott, 2 points from Essence Watson, and 1 free throw from Dania Miller for their 9 points here in our first quarter of play. Again, a win for Waco High tonight assures them of 4th place and a spot in the postseason. Yeah, nice thing to have on senior night here at the Waco High Gym. Glad we're indoors tonight. It's raining to beat the band outside. A really nice crowd on hand here at the Waco High Gymnasium for senior night. Starting 9 back on the court for Waco High. Essence Watson, Sierra Shaw, Ashara Thibodeau, Ivory Scott, and Faith Watson. Bounce pass into the paint, gets taken back outside. Bounce pass almost knocked away from Billups. Gets it over to Edwin. To the left side, tries to bounce inside. Faith Watson cuts her off. She's corralled by the Watson girls. Into the paint, tries to pass it inside. Ivory Scott almost comes up with the loose ball, but it gets back out to Billups. Billups drives in, puts up the shot that won't fall. And the rebound is finally controlled by Essence Watson and a foul call. I believe Mitchell going to be tagged with that foul. First on the freshman. Now the Gray Wolves going into a full court press against Ivory Scott. And they come up with the turnover. Get it out to Edwin. She puts up a shot along the baseline, won't fall. Mitchell puts up a shot, gets the rebound, looking to put it up again. She's going to get fouled this time. It'll be Madison Mitchell at the line to shoot a couple of free throws. Looks good on the first one. Faith Watson goes out. Mitchell makes good on the charity stripe shots. Waco looking to break the press. Unable to do so. The Wolves have numbers. A stop and pop by Mitchell, and it's good. Mitchell has 8 to lead all scorers. As the Gray Wolves look to extend their lead, they're up by 5 now at 14-9. As Ivory Scott gets double teamed at the line, but she gets shoved and a foul called. Checking in for Waco is Sierra Berry. Shaw dribbles around to the right side, out to Essence. Inside to Thibodeau. Thibodeau has to pitch it back outside. Three-pointer is on its way and no good. Rebound put back up and in by Essence Watson. He's got 4 points in the game quickly. The Wolves are down court. Put up a tray that's no good. Westmoreland missed on that. That one bounces off the back of the iron and goes down for Mitchell. Got Madison Mitchell with 10 points. In my highly unofficial scorecard, Waco loses the dribble. 2-on-1 break. Mitchell will pass it off. It's knocked out of bounds by Waco High. Good job of getting down and stopping that play by Berry. New players into the game for each team. Sierra Shaw back in for Waco High. Nyla McClanahan checks in for Colleen. Tries a turnaround jumper, and Essence Watson blocks it and takes it away from her. Quickly down court, looking for the three, goes in for the shot and gets fouled. I think that's going to be called on McClanahan. That's her first, according to my scorecard. Faith Watson comes back in, checks in for Essence Watson. Shara Thibodeau at the line, looking for her first points of the night. Gets that with a fall. Second free throw to go. Waco High now 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. Thibodeau hits them both. Makes good. Closes the gap to 3 to 16-3. Shoemaker has had the lead the entire game. Waco got it as close as 1 point at the end of the first quarter. Then as much as 5 at one point. Westmoreland directing traffic out top, trying to get something open up. Gets it off to Billups. Billups outside to Edwin. Edwin dribbles around the left side, has an open lane, and puts up the shot. It's good. Edwin now has 8 points for the Lady Wolves. Up by 5 again at 18-13. Long three-pointers off the iron. Waco High's rebound and put back up. And that one won't go. And Mitchell gets the rebound and gets fouled. I think that was Faith Watson that they called that one on. Sophia Edwin triggers the offense for the Lady Wolves. It's over to Westmoreland, to Billups. They're just going to play catch out top until they can see something open up down low. Now they drop it down low and dribble to the backboard. The shot will go for McClanahan. McClanahan has her first bucket of the night. The lead is now 7. That's the largest lead of the game for the Wolves. Ivory Scott dribbles into the paint, puts up the shot, no good. McClanahan rebound, gets it off to Edwin. Edwin quickly down court, tries to stop and falls. She slips and falls. Traveling call, gets the ball back to Waco High. Essence Watson coming back into the game for Waco. Aaliyah Rogers, 0 for the Gray Wolves, enters into the game. Got it to the line, gives it off to Essence. Essence dribbles in, now pitches it back outside, gets it off to Shaw. In the corner to Scott, her three-pointer on the way, won't fall. Gray Wolves with the rebound. Billups brings it down. Back out top to Edwin. Over to the far side to Rogers. Now they just play pitch and catch around until they get a three-point shot open. Essence Watson has the rebound. Scott thought about a baseball pass, but decided better of it. It's just too long and too many people in the way. Ball knocked away and tied up. Going to be Waco High's ball on the alternate possession. Scott to trigger the inbounds pass. No, she's going to let Sierra do the inbounds pass. Essence Watson put up a shot, but gets body bumped by McClanahan. That'll be her second foul. Essence Watson will go to the line. She's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. We got 0 for 3. Essence says she wants to get into health sciences, be a nurse practitioner. Finally hits on the free throw. Gives her 5 points for the game. Phillips goes to the baseline, back outside to Edwin. Edwin puts up a shot in the paint that won't fall. Billups has the rebound from the free throw line. She'll put up a shot off the back of the iron. Waco rebounds. That's Faith Watson comes down with the rebound. Gets it off to Scott. Into the corner to Essence. She drives the baseline, backs up, puts up the shot that's no good, but rebound and put back up and in. I believe that's by... Wow. That was Dania Miller. Waco with the steal. Ivory puts up the shot and fouled. Able to draw the foul. Back to within 4 with 1:51 left to go in the half. Officials letting things slow down a little bit here. I believe that foul was on Owens, number 2. Scott has it rattle out and go down. Ivory's got 7 points in the game now. Got them both to fall. Doing better at the free throw line now. They're 5 of 6 for free throws here in the second quarter. Driving the baseline. Shot was put up by Billups. No good. Waco rebound. Chance to tie the game or take the lead with a 3. Ivory Scott drives in, puts it up, and it goes down. And that brings it all tied up at 20 apiece with 28 left to go in the half. Great job of taking advantage of some missed shots by the Gray Wolves. Waco connecting on the other end. The basket by Ivory Scott gives her 10 points in the game now. Ties her with Madison Mitchell for the Gray Wolves for a team high or game high right now. Essence Watson with 5 points. Shara Thibodeau with 2. We're all tied up at 20. First time that the game's been tied since we started. Shoemaker has never trailed in the game. Chance to grab the lead back here with possession. As Billups brings it across. Gets a screen from Mitchell. Tries to drive to the right side. Puts up a shot from right at the top of the arc. Essence Watson comes down with a rebound. Chance to take the lead for Waco. Ivory Scott backs it out with a minute to play. 3-point was open there, but not taken by Miller. Shot put up no good, but Faith Watson is there to clean it up and put it up and give Waco High their first lead at 22-20 with 50 seconds left in the half. 3-pointer on the way. That's good. That gives the lead back to from Westmoreland. Lead back to the Gray Wolves. Ivory Scott inside to Faith Watson. Drive into the lane. 3-pointers on its way. It's off the mark and no good. 20 seconds left to go. Faith Watson manages to steal the ball but throws it away. (23-22) our score with 16.5 to go. Billups in the corner. Pitches it back out to Edwin with 8 seconds. Edwin drives in and puts up the underhand scoop layup. She's got 10 points. Final shot won't fall for Ivory Scott. So we have reached halftime here at the Waco High Gymnasium with the Gray Wolves of Shoemaker on top of Waco High by 3 at 25-22. Stay where you are. We'll have second half action in just a moment. Second half action about to get underway here at the Waco High Gymnasium between the Lady Lions and the Lady Gray Wolves from Shoemaker. Shoemaker with a 3-point lead at halftime, 25-22. They have the ball to start the second half. Ivory Scott led Waco High in the first half with 10 points. 10 points each for Sophia Edwin and Madison Mitchell for the Gray Wolves. Waco High trying to keep them from driving in. A 3-point shot on the way from Billups is good. Well, Billups starts the scoring with a three-pointer. That makes it a 5-point game. Make it a 6-point game. The largest lead for either team so far. Mitchell with the rebound. Gets it off to Edwin. 5 starters for each team in to start the third quarter. Mitchell has a shot blocked by Faith Watson. That was a second foul for Faith Watson. It'll put Madison Mitchell at the line. The freshman for the Gray Wolves has 10 points, all in the first half. She's 3 for 3 now from the charity stripe. Coming in for Waco High is Ashara Thibodeau. Takes over for Faith Watson. Gray Wolves haven't had many free throw opportunities, but they've hit every one of them. They're 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Waco gets the ball across the timeline. Ivory Scott puts up a long three-pointer that's good. Gives her 13 points in the game. 5-point game at 30-25. Ball almost knocked away, but Mitchell is able to control it. A drive to the baseline, but pitch back out to Edwin. Edwin gets a screen from Mitchell. Goes around the left side to back across court. Now we have a travel called. Not sure who that was on for the Gray Wolves. Waco High brings across. Sierra Shaw. Bounce pass inside. Free shot to the lane. And McClanahan tries to cut her off. McClanahan picks up her third foul. So Thibodeau goes to the line. She's got 2 points in the contest. Off the front of the iron. It's been Waco High's downfall in this game is missing free throws. I know they've missed 5 already. I think that, 5 that they've missed. Hit on that one. You hit those other 5, and you're in the lead by a point right now. 30-26 our score here in the third quarter. Billups drives into the paint. Has to pitch it. Well, tries to pitch it down to McClanahan. It's knocked out of bounds by Waco High. Checking in for the Gray Wolves as McClanahan goes out. Not only is it difficult to read those dark numbers on dark jerseys, but when they have ponytails and hair covering the numbers on the back, it's still even harder to read. That's Rogers who checked into the game. Mitchell puts up a shot that falls, 2 more for her. Madison Mitchell has 14. Quickly, down low it goes on the baseline. Shot will not fall for Sierra. Or excuse me, that's for Thibodeau. Goes out of bounds off of Waco. Now checking in is Westmoreland for the Gray Wolves. She'll give Billups a rest. Coach Garcia now wants, it's Waco High's ball. Ivory Scott triggers the inbounds pass, gets it in the corner. The three-pointer is up and off the iron, no good. Mitchell has the rebound for the Wolves. Good dribble out with it. Three-pointer on its way and good. Westmoreland hits the three-pointer. And the 9-point lead, the largest of the game for either team, 35-26 in favor of Shoemaker. Shaw bounced past Essence. Pitch that outside to Thibodeau. Thibodeau on the baseline. Excuse me, that's Sierra Shaw on the baseline. Gets it into Ivory Scott. A free trip to the baseline. They're going to have a foul called on Essence Watson. Loose ball foul. And that is her first. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Shoemaker has extended its lead here in the third quarter. Westmoreland gets it off to Edwin. Edwin comes back, tries to drop it down low, and it's knocked away and controlled by Waco High. Sierra Shaw comes up with the loose ball. Scott gets it inside. Unable to hit the shot, though. Shaw unable to come up with it. Westmoreland tries to pass it inside to Mitchell, and it's knocked away by Essence Watson. Now a substitute for Waco High. Faith Watson going to come in along with Sierra Berry. Inbounds pass. Shot put up and fouled. That's Richards with the shot. She's just a sophomore. I believe the foul is going to be on Ashara Thibodeau, her first. And that'll send Richards to the line. Her first point tonight. They're 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Still perfect. The lead is now 11 for the Gray Wolves as they've opened it up here in the third quarter. Faith Watson looking to get the ball to Ivory Scott or somebody. They still need to get it across the timeline and finally do so. Scott guarded by Edwin, and now a foul is going to be called on Edwin. Sophia Edwin picks up her first foul. She's a junior. This Gray Wolf team dotted with a lot of underclassmen. They could be very strong next year as well. Ivory Scott dribbles in and has the ball stolen away. Edwin comes up with the loose basketball. Waits for traffic to go by. Westmoreland thought about the three. Gets it off to Richards. Back to Westmoreland. Change the play, get a screen from Mitchell. Westmoreland pitches it out to Edwin. Being patient, all the way across court it comes with a three-point shot that's good. Rogers with her first basket of the night's a three-pointer and makes it a 14-point game. Quickly down court, Waco High finds an open person at the baseline. That was Sierra Shaw, who comes up with her first basket of the game and closes it down to a 12-point lead, 40-28 with 3:05 left to go in the third quarter. Difference in this quarter is 3-point baskets. Shoemaker has hit 3 3-pointers, along with 4 free throws and a 2-point shot. $15 points in the quarter so far to give them 25. Waco High with only 6 points in the quarter, 3 by Ivory Scott, 1 by Thibodeau, and 2 by Sierra Shaw. Waco High needs to find the range. A little confusion as to who is and isn't in the game for Waco High. And they're going to bring Essence Watson out. Head coach Robert Garcia over there to try to explain to the officials who he has substituted into the game. So Essence will sit the bench for a moment.
Well, Sierra Berry gets to play. Westmoreland brings her across the line. Bounce it down low, pitches it back out to Mitchell at the top of the key. Misses her shot. Waco High with a rebound. Ivory Scott, left-hand dribble, bounce pass to Faith Watson. Faith puts it in. She's got 4 points. 10-point game, 40-30. 2:30 left to play. Edwin trying to drive into the paint. Has to pitch it off to the baseline to Rogers. She's cut off. Double teamed and the ball taken away. Nice job there by Thibodeau to come up with the basketball. Good defense. Shaw puts up the shot off the front of the iron. Edwin comes up with the rebound for Shoemaker. Edwin sees an open lane, puts up the shot off glass and good. Sophia Edwin, she's a junior, but she's a pretty good one. She's got 12 points. Thibodeau brings it across. On the baseline, back out to Thibodeau. It's a little too strong, and it's going to go back court and be the Gray Wolves' ball. Essence Watson coming into the game, along with Dania Miller. Three-point game at half. Edwin puts up a three-pointer, no good. Wolves get the rebound. Mitchell throws it all the way back into the near side. Three-pointer put up by Westmoreland is good. That's her third three-pointer of the night. She's got 9 points. And it's a 15-point lead now for the Gray Wolves with 1:10 left in the third quarter. Ivory Scott's wild shot, no good. Coming out with the rebound is Richards. Puts it off to Edwin with under a minute to play in the third. Edwin drives to the left side of the paint, puts up a scoop shot that's no good, and Essence Watson's going to be called for the foul. So Sophia Edwin going to the line for the first time tonight. Got 12 points in the game. This is the free throw. That's the first missed free throw for the Lady Wolves tonight. Able to hit that one. 16-point lead now. Waco getting the ball across the timeline. Sierra Shaw to the baseline, try to dump it off to Essence Watson, but it's knocked away by, not knocked away by Mitchell. It's just a bad pass. And the Wolves will be able to control the basketball the last 45 seconds here. Thibodeau comes back in for Waco High. Got a feeling Shoemaker may just wait for the final shot here. Ivory Scott comes out to give some defense to Watson. Blocks that pass for the moment to Westmoreland over in the corner. Comes back to Westmoreland. Westmoreland to the right side. Inside to Mitchell. Knocked away. Ivory Scott comes out with it. Scramble for the ball with 20 seconds to go. They get it off to Mitchell. Mitchell from the free three-point line, no good. Richards has the rebound, puts it back up, no good. Coming out with the rebound, nobody. A scramble for the ball. Essence Watson finally gets it. Down court. Final shot put up and is good at the buzzer. I believe that was Thibodeau. Yeah, Thibodeau with the final shot there to give her 5 points in the game. At the end of 3 periods, Waco High trails Shoemaker 46-32. Madison Mitchell with 14 points leads all scorers for Shoemaker. Sophia Edwin right behind her at 13. Waco High only has Ivory Scott in double figures with 13. They trail by 14 as we start the final period. They trailed by 1 at the end of the first quarter, trailed by 3 at the end of the second quarter. Outscored in the third quarter 17-10. Waco High has some making up to do here in the fourth period. Scott gets a screen from Essence Watson, drives the baseline. Watson gets the rebound, puts it up, no good. Watson again with the rebound, gets it to fall this time. Essence Watson has 7 points. Waco giving some full court pressure. Edwin breaks it, gets it off to Mitchell. Mitchell's shot's good. Gray Wolves work very well in transition. Thibodeau has the ball knocked away for the moment. Ivory Scott, three-pointer, no good. Robert Richards got the rebound. Outlet pass, though. Ivory Scott steals it away. Gives Waco another opportunity here. Long pass going to go out of bounds. A little too tall for Thibodeau to get to. Faith Watson coming back in. Essence Watson going to get a rest. Edwin with a cross-court pass to Westmoreland. She put up a three, no good. Wolves able to save the rebound. Westmoreland pass it off to Mitchell. Mitchell with the fall away will not go, and Waco High has the rebound. Two-pointer, no good. Rebound up, tied up. They call jump ball, and on the alternate possession, it belongs to Shoemaker. Couple of substitutes in the game. Dania Miller checking back in for Waco High. Waco going full court press here. Ivory Scott almost able to steal the ball away, bounced it off the foul line or the end line. Now Richards going to trigger the inbounds pass for the Gray Wolves. Gets it into Billups. Billups back to Richards. Richards across the timeline, drives into the paint, will put up a shot. It won't fall. Ivory Scott has the rebound. Waco with numbers. Scott stops, pops off the back of the iron. Faith Watson with the rebound, back to Ivory. Three-pointer on the way from Shaw, goes out of bounds. It's Shoemaker basketball. Under 6 minutes now to play. And a 14-point lead for the Gray Wolves. Again, they won the previous meeting between these two teams by a score of 69-52. So the Shoemaker looking to sweep the season series. There goes Edwin on the run, gets the ball off to Billups. Billups unable to get the shot off because she's fouled. Or actually lose the ball out of bounds, pardon me. Going to go off of Waco High, we're told. Back out top to Billups it comes. She'll back it out. Finds some opening down the lane and got a foul on Waco High. I believe that's on Dania Miller, her second. Checking back in for Waco, Ziera Berry. Essence Watson comes up with the missed shot. Ivory Scott double team. Now drops it down low. Off glass, Berry puts it in, but it looks like we had a foul prior to that on Janae McCray. So Waco High will inbounds the ball in front of their own bench. Open shot into the lane. Shot's no good. A jump ball. Shara Thibodeau able to tie it up. Alternate possession goes to Waco High. Brings it all the way out to the top to Ivory Scott. From just out inside the arc. Shots missed. Shot put back up though. That one also missed by Berry. Here go the Gray Wolves. Edwin will pull it back out because she doesn't have the numbers. Under 5 to go. Edwin has that go off the leg of Waco High. Ivory Scott trying to dribble into the backboard. Will put up the scoop shot, and it's good. Ivory Scott with 15 points now for Waco High. Closes the gap to 12. Richard gets it off to Edwin. Scott gives defense as Edwin goes over close to her bench to get some instruction from her coach. Gets a screen to get it into the corner. Three-pointer on its way, no good. Waco has the missed shot. Ivory Scott. See if she can't get some more points out of this. A three-pointer on the way. Off the back of the iron, no good. Wolves with the rebound. We've reached the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. It's a 12-point game in favor of Shoemaker. Again, Shoemaker has already got a spot in the postseason. Even with a loss, Waco High still has a chance to get into the postseason. But they may have to play a playoff game with either Lake Belton or Chaparral to get that opportunity for the postseason. Ball almost thrown away, but Edwin saves it for the Wolves. Right now, they're just content to run some clock. Phillips, guarded by Scott. She goes in, puts up the shot that won't fall. Rebounded, shot put up and blocked. Foul's going to be on Sierra Berry, her first. We'll send Owens to the line. Owens is one of the few seniors on this team. Off the back of the iron, no good. Timeout call by Waco High.
Students, remember the building will be closed 10 minutes after the game. Go ahead and call for your rides now.
3:13 left in the game.
Would you come up to the front, please? Robert Wireman, if you're in the building.
Ivory Scott's 15 points leads Waco High. Madison Mitchell's 16 points leads all scorers for Shoemaker. Shoemaker trying to get their 22nd win of the year against 10 losses, trying to move to 11-3 in District 22 5A play. The Waco Lions trying to move to 2 games over 500 on the year. They're 15-14 coming into tonight's contest and 7-6 in district play. Again, a loss is not devastating for Waco High. They still have a chance to get into the postseason, but they'd have to play a playoff game against the winner of tonight's matchup between Killeen Chaparral and Lake Belton. One more free throw for Diana Owens. Off the back of the iron. Essence Watson has the rebound for Waco. Waco has some making up to do. A three-pointer on the way and good from Ivory Scott. That's going to send Billups to the line to shoot a pair. Well, after bragging about the free throws in the first three periods, they've missed all three free throws that the Grey Wolves have tried here in this quarter. Mitchell checks back into the game along with Richards. That's the nucleus of next year's team. One freshman, one sophomore. Finally hits on this one for Billups to give her 4 points on the night. Faith Watson looking to break the press. Gets it to Ivory Scott. Ivory goes in and gets a foul called. As she's fouled by Billups. Ivory will get shots from the free throw line. I don't think this is a shooting foul. I think they get it at the baseline. Pitches out to Ivory Scott. Drives in, lays it up. Won't go and picks up the foul. I believe that may be on Mitchell, 24. I have that only her second foul, though. Ivory Scott with 18 points. Can't get that one to fall. 2 of 3 from the free throw line for Ivory. Gets that one to go. Now has 19 on the night. It's a 9-point game. Waco High cutting into that Shoemaker lead with 2:30 left to go. Richards takes it to the right side, goes to the baseline, pitches it to Mitchell. Mitchell with the little short jumper puts it up and in. Mitchell now has 18 points. Ivory Scott drives in, can't get it to go. Coming out with the basketball is Shoemaker. Layup is a little too strong. Westmoreland able to control it, gets it off to Mitchell. Mitchell at the baseline, throws it away. Shaw comes up with it for Waco. Shaw's going to be fouled. Alaya Rogers gets her first foul. 6-team foul, so it's not a shooting foul just yet. Berry checks out. Thibodeau checks back in for Waco. Ivory Scott almost had the ball stolen from her. She puts up a three-pointer that's off the back of the iron. Richards rebounds for Shoemaker. Gets it off to Billups. Billups will pull it back out. Now she drives in, has the ball taken from her. What a nice steal there by Thibodeau. Gets it off to Ivory Scott. Her three-pointer's good. And a timeout called. 9 points in the quarter for Ivory Scott. Gives her 22 in the game. But it's an 11-point difference at 51-40. Waco High trailing. Scott with the 9 points in this quarter. The 22 points in the game leads all scorers now. Madison Mitchell has 18 to lead the Grey Wolves. But just 90 seconds left of the contest. Waco High needs some steals and some three-point shots here. Waco High going to give some full court pressure here. Inbounds pass is knocked away by Essence Watson. Gets it off for the layup and a foul. Shara Thibodeau has 7 points and a chance to have a three-point play here. But make it a 5-point game. She hits. Once again, they go for the inbounds pass. Watson is trying to block it. They do get it across the timeline. Ivory Scott trying to pick up a foul maybe. Edwin's the one you don't necessarily want to foul, but that's who Sierra Shaw is going to foul there. Shaw only has that foul there. It's going to be a two-shot foul. For Sophia Edwin. She had 10 points at half, 13 in the game now. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Waco with another opportunity to cut it the lead. Double teamed, and we got a jump ball. And on alternate possession, it's going to go to Shoemaker with 53.9 seconds to play in a 5-point contest. Westmoreland to inbound it. Gets it to Richards. And backcourt is called as they threw the ball back over the timeline. Well, Waco High gets the turnover and gets a chance to cut more into the lead. The three-pointer would make it a 2-point contest. Getting pretty excited here. Ivory Scott will drive and put in the layup that won't fall. Essence Watson has the rebound. It won't go down for her. Mitchell fights for the rebound. She's going to be fouled by Ivory Scott. Well, they'll walk to the other end where Mitchell will shoot free throws. Mitchell with 6 points in the half. Make that 8 points in the half and 18 for the game. She is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Missed that one though. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and they say it's going to be Shoemaker's ball. 42 seconds left. Shoemaker has the ball in a 5-point lead. Westmoreland gets it into Richards. Back to Westmoreland. Westmoreland holds on the ball till defense shows up, and she's immediately fouled by Thibodeau. Well, that'll send Westmoreland to the line for the first time tonight. She has 9 points in the game. They're all from outside the arc. This is the free throw. It's 6 out of 7 that they've missed in this quarter at the free throw line. Still a 5-point game. Shoemaker with the lead. Make it 6 points now. Westmoreland hits that one. Waco gets it down court quickly. Thibodeau tries to get off to Essence Watson. The ball is knocked away, and Shoemaker is able to control it. And now Thibodeau picks up the foul. Going to send Edwin to the line again. 6-point contest with 25 seconds to go. Again, the first time these two teams played over at Shoemaker. The Wolves came away with a 17-point win at 69-52. Edwin can't get the free throw to go. She is 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. Makes good with that one. Ivory Scott drives it down inside to Essence Watson. She'll drive to the baseline, put up a shot that's partially blocked. Mitchell saves it from going out of bounds. Westmoreland will be fouled as she gets to the timeline with 10 seconds to go. And the Gray Wolves look like they're going to sneak away with this one, despite a gallant effort in the fourth quarter by Waco High. Westmoreland 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Can't get that one to fall. Just 7 points in this half, or in this quarter, for the Wolves as they missed that one as well. Waco High's ball with 7.8 seconds to go. And all the Wolves have to do is just hold on to the basketball, and they're going to come away with the win. Final score is Colleen Shoemaker 53, Waco High 46. Waco High led tonight by Ivory Scott with 24 points. Madison Mitchell leads the charge for the Gray Wolves tonight with 18 points. So Waco High's record will go to 15-15 on the year. They are 7-7 in District 22 5A. Shoemaker goes to 22-10, 11-3. They're in second place in District 22 5A. Ellison, Shoemaker, and Colleen all going to the postseason. Waco High may be going to the postseason. They'll have to find out who wins between Colleen Chaparral and Lake Belton as to who they will play for the right to advance to the postseason. That's going to do it from the Waco High Gym tonight. We thank you for joining us. On behalf of the folks from Leaping Lion Productions, I'm Lark Smith. So long, everybody.